Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Naufal Aulia Amanullah. I am Electrical Engineering student batch 2019 and today I will present to you overview about the Next Generation Network or NGN. In these days, we all know some providers such as IndiHome or First Media that offered us all-in-one bundle service consist of TV broadcast, internet, and home telephone. The services are integrated into one physical network, which gives us a lot of advantages than the old network, where one provider only offered specific services. This service is called as network convergence. So, network convergence has several different names based on each institution. Several network convergence example is Next Generation Network or NGN, and then Mobile Edge Computing, and network function visualization. Okay, what is next generation network or NGN? NGN is a packet-based network able to provide telecommunication services and able to make use of multiple broadband quality of service or QoS enabled transport technologies and in which service related functions are independent of underlying transport related technologies. In other words, the simple meaning of NGN is broadband managed IP-based network. IP-based network can be delivered through the fixed network such as fiber optic and then mobile network such as cellular network which is our phone and then wireless network. NGN is provided by ITU or International Telecommunication Union. NGN enables the users unfettered access to the networks and competing service providers and or services of their choice. It supports generalized mobility, which will allow the consistent and ubiquitous provision of services to the users. So, this merged service in one physical network is divided virtually since every provider uses only use one fiber optic cable. Then, to distinguish the different quality of service when only using one cable is by QoS management. It means that the server should be powerful and intelligent. Why? Because the server has complicated tasks. It should check every packet passed to the network and classify if it contains web browser or voice or TV broadcast. If the packet contains voice, it should be the most priority because it has less delay and then it is two-way communication and the bandwidth, which is the upload and download, is equal. And then the web browser is the second priority and the TV broadcast is the last one. So there are three key principles of NGN. The first one is open architecture. Open architecture supports service creation, which service updating and incorporation of service logic provision by third parties. In NGN, we can classify users, network provider, and then service provider. For example, the users order something using a service provider such as Gojek, Grab, or Tokopedia. The order information sent from the user goes through the network provider and then it arrives at the service provider. Then the service provider responds back to the user through the network provider. So then the second one is independent provisioning. Service provision process should be separated from network operation by using distributed open control mechanism to promote the competition. And then the third one is multiplicity. It is like the flexibility to expand. For example, First Media or IndiHome. Actually, from the server, this is the fiber optic with large bandwidth. And then at the station, close to the subscriber, and then it divided. The connection is multiplexing. So as you can see, this is the multiplexer, which is coming from one network from the server, and then separated into a network. So this If there is another subscriber, just add a new cable and then connect it to the multiplexer. The management of the new user is at the server here. Okay, there are a lot of features of NGN. The first one is packet-based transfer, and then separation of control function among base station control, call, and application. Decoupling of service provision from transport, and then support for a wide range of service based on service building blocks, and then broadband capabilities with end-to-end QoS. Interworking with legacy network via the open interface, and then generalized mobility, unfettered access by users to different service providers, variety of identification schemes, unified service characteristic for the same service as perceived by the user, converge or combined services between the fixed or mobile, independence of service-related function from underlying transport technologies, and then support of the multiple last mile technology. Then this is the NGN capabilities. The concept of the capabilities are as the reusable building blocks for services and applications. This is the external service, and this is the internal services. In this case, we can separate between the external service and internal services. Then the external and internal can be executed by reusable blocks, which means it is the service creation or execution. These blocks are responsible for each service. And then the NGN capabilities should support such as transport connectivity, and then communication modes, media resource management, codecs, which is related to video format or audio format, and then user networks, interconnection, interoperability, and interworking, and then routing, quality of service or QoS, security, and then PSTN or ESDN, which is the home telephone. So NGN has two model layers, which are the NGN service layer and then transport layer, and these two layers are separated. The service layer consists of the user plane, control plane, and management plane. The transport layer also has the user plane, control plane, and management plane. The user plane consists of data user here, and then the control plane is how the network works and how to control the user's data. And then the management plane is how the provider manages each user. And then this is the functional architecture of NGN. This is the basic reference model. It starts with application. This is what the user can do, and then the application context the service stratum or service layer, the green one. These are application support function and service support function here. The user profile function and other. This is the user profile function and other NGN service component connect to the other components such as PSTN or ESDN or IP multimedia service component. Then the application connects to the transport stratum or transport layer here. It consists of the user profile function, and then resource and admission control function here. Then this is the legacy application, which is the old technology. So, okay, this is the impact of NGN architecture. On the left side, this is the old network. Then in NGN era, all of them are combined into the IP-based network, and it is transported by the fiber optic. And then the old network also has a very complicated structure. As you can see here, there are a lot of connection, but in NGN it is more simple. It consists of the server, the blue one here, and then the distributed server, and then the last one here is the server close to the user here. Okay, thank you.